Alright guys, welcome back to the rally car build. I know I haven't done a video in ages, but it is what it is. Alright, so today what I'm going to be working on is I'm just getting rid of the remaining sound deadening in the car. So I thought it would be a really good opportunity to show you guys how I'm doing it and some little things I found along the way. So guys, before we begin, just a couple of safety things that you will need. You will need a pair of safety glasses, and you will also probably need some gloves, depending on how you're actually using the dry ice. But if you hold the dry ice for too long, obviously it's super cold and it's just going to freeze onto your hand, especially if you've got any moisture in the air. It would seem to tack a bit. Now, the best method I have found is the dry ice. I tried chiseling it with very little success. It comes off, but it just doesn't get the adhesive that sticks it onto the metal. Now, a couple of the things that you will need to do this is obviously the dry ice. You need something to keep the dry ice in so it stays cold while you transport it, or doesn't kind of evaporate. You need safety glasses. This is literally, like, if I can say anything about doing today's a bit of work on the RX7, is use safety glasses. The amount of times I've hit the sound deadening, it's just shattered and like almost hit me, well, it's hit me in the face quite a few times. You're using a hammer, guys, so this stuff is just going to fly everywhere if you're not careful. So definitely wear safety glasses. You will need some sort of bashing device. I'm using a hammer, and then a chisel or something just to get underneath, like even a flat blade screwdriver. So guys, this is one of the bags of dry ice I have. This is 5 kilos worth of dry ice. I've got 10 kilos just to make sure I didn't have to go back today. But all up, you'd probably need around 15 to 20 kilos of dry ice, and allow yourself about 2 hours to complete this job. Now, not sure about many other cars with their sound deadening, but definitely there's a lot of sound deadening in the RX7. I've probably taken out about 15 kilos worth. So I'll show you what dry ice looks like. Now, it's very cold. You can handle it a little bit with your fingers, but definitely don't sit there and hold it. Alright, so we'll just come over here. So this is dry ice. There's little pellets. They work best, so I've found. And as soon as they hit the air, they start to, I don't know if you can actually see that very well on the white on white, but they actually start to deteriorate. No, that's a bit better. So they decay, they're basically just turn to gas. They don't go watery or anything like that. It's not like normal ice. Now, the best way I found, we'll just go over to the RX7. Now, I've actually got rid of all this grey that you're seeing here. That was all the sound deadening that was in it, and I'm just going under here today and getting rid of the remainder. So that's where the over here is where the old heater went, and I'll be changing that, and I'll show you guys what I'm going to be doing with that. But today, I'm just going to be getting rid of over the top of this wheel well. I've got all the rest of it out. And I'm just going to see what happens, because this is the side that I tried to chisel out. So this is a good comparison, actually. That's the side I tried to chisel out. You can see it scratches the paint up a little bit underneath, and you can see that. And this is the side that I hit with the hammer and put the dry ice on. So it turns out a lot cleaner. That's a bit better example. Alright guys, so I'm going to grab the bag, make sure it's tied up to a certain extent. Now this is the easiest way I've found. You can go tipping it in, which is also a viable method, but I find that actually leaving it in the bag works a bit more effectively, in that you can actually stick it up against the side and stuff like that, and it doesn't go everywhere. You don't have to try and mound it in stupid ways and all that type of stuff. So I'm just going to put this down here, so hopefully you can see. Alright, so another thing is you can use gloves. When it's in a plastic bag, it's not too bad because you can grab the top. As long as you're not putting your hand on it for long periods of time, it's usually pretty good. So just place it up there. So it's currently just sitting up and just straddling over that piece. Now you'll hear it crack. Eventually, it'll start to crack. So it's been on there for about 2 minutes now. I'm just going to leave it a little bit longer. It takes a little bit to actually get to a point where you can just smash it off. So it's something that you need to be patient with. It's not something that you can just rush in and just start smashing away stuff. Alright, so it's been on there for approximately about 5 minutes now. Now, some of the things that I have here, I have a chisel, which is a pretty sharp blade if it can actually pick it up. No, it doesn't like it. Sorry. And then I have a more blunt blade. This is just solid, basically a solid piece of steel, wedge or something. And I'm also going to suggest, I'm going to pull it out, a pair of headphones. Now these are actually old Xbox headphones that I just had laying around, and they come quite in handy because they do cover your ears, and I just cut the cord off them, so now they're all sweet. I do have another pair of headphones, so just a lot further away from me right now. So I'm just going to put my headphones on, because it does get quite loud, and I'm going to pull this bag off. We want to work fairly quickly. Just going to move that out of the way, and hopefully it just smashes off. Yeah, it comes off on big chunks. It comes off pretty clean, and you can tell where it's still hard, like it just doesn't come off. So you just gotta find out where it's cold. So it is a slow, drawn out process, but you can get your chisel in there as well and kind of get under stuff. Just move it out of the way. This is a lot quieter doing it this way, but in saying that, you can scratch the paint and it leaves a lot more residue where you do that. So guys, that's basically the process that I use for getting rid of the sound deadening out of the RX7. Other ways, as I said, you can do it. You can just throw it on the ground and just move it around and stuff. But if you wanted to get it over those humps in the car or whatever you're pretty much, if you're watching this, you're probably going to be working on a car, but just getting it over those humps and up the sides, it's best if you actually just leave it in the bag and just move it around. And as you saw, you can handle a little bit through the bag. It shouldn't burn you it shouldn't burn you, as long as you're not holding it for long periods of time in one spot, and you're just kind of shifting where your hands are and using quick little methods. Now, one of the things that you hear is when you're putting it on, you'll hear like a cracking. As I was saying before, in the RX7 you can hear it crack. That means that it's getting to the point where you can hit it and it will just shatter off and gets rid of all the glue. If you are too eager, that's when you start to get the glue that kind of sticks or other stuff like that. Now, there are some parts of the sound deadening that I've found in this RX7. It's like a browny substance. No idea what it actually is, but it doesn't actually smash off very easily at all. It stays in its pretty much original form, and it's almost like a really dense clay. That's what it looks like anyway. I had to use a chisel to get that stuff off. In saying that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll hopefully be bringing you some more videos soon. Thanks.